India has the highest rates of stunting and wasting of children below 5 years in the world. Malnutrition in India is all so pervasive that the common man has become immune to it. So much so that it often goes unnoticed, or worse, is plain ignored.
What concerns me and what must concern all enlightened citizens is that 42% of our children are still underweight. Problem of malnutrition is a matter of national shame.
According to the India State Hunger Index 2008, published by Welthungerhilfe and IFPRI, 12 of the 17 states in India fall in the alarming category, and Madhya Pradesh is firmly in the extremely alarming category. These states are fast becoming republics of hunger. Welthungerhilfe, an organization which has spent over 50 years fighting global hunger, believes that the situation in India has reached emergency proportions.
In 2012, Welthungerhilfe, together with 9 partners, decided to survey the socio-economic situation and also the nutrition situation in some of the most vulnerable states of India in more detail. And to do that, we have used 2 methodologies. And the first methodology was a detailed nutrition and education survey. In that, we were looking specifically at malnutrition of children under 5, here specifically the stunting rate. And we were also looking at the mortality of mothers and small children. And the third one was about schooling levels, and here we were looking at access and retention in primary schools.
In addition to scarcity of food, various socio-economic factors also contribute to the prevalence of malnutrition. To obtain an accurate picture of the root causes of malnutrition, it is essential to delve deeper into this problem.
We were also looking at the household economy analysis. This is a methodology which was used widely in Africa and which was developed by Save the Children in the 1990s. It looks, first of all, at the access to food by the most vulnerable people. The second is it's looking very clearly about expenditure and income level. This is cash income. What are the different sources a livelihood is getting money from?
The survey was designed by a group of experts who developed a detailed questionnaire that met the required objectives. Study areas were then decided upon through consultations, and a proper roadmap was put into place. Then, with the help of local partner organizations, intensive training sessions were conducted among field workers and enumerators, who then began the process of collecting the data.
झारखंड में फाइट हंगर फर्स्ट इनिशिएटिव और सिप्स परियोजना के अंतर्गत बेसलाइन सर्वेक्षण का जो काम किया गया, यह अपने आप में काफ़ी विस्तृत, लंबी और थकाने वाली प्रक्रिया थी। इसके अंतर्गत CWS और अभिव्यक्ति फाउंडेशन ने देवघर जिले के देवीपुर प्रखंड में 3693 परिवारों के साथ जाके उनके शिक्षा और पोषण की स्थिति पर सर्वेक्षण किया।
हमने उसमें कोशिश किया था इस बात को जानने का जो न्यूट्रिशन का स्टेटस है, जो पोषण का स्टेटस है घर के स्तर पर, वो क्या है और उसको हम एज अ प्लानिंग में कैसे उसको टेकअप कर सकते हैं।
Anthropometric data were collected and analyzed to calculate the stunting and wasting rates of children. This exhaustive process was carried out in 5 Indian states having high levels of malnutrition. This film chronicles the severely affected 3 states, that is MP, Jharkhand and Odisha.
We found out that 75% children were stunted and 55% were severely stunted. Now this is very, very shocking. As you know, stunting can damage your productivity later in the life. So you are almost you are finished.
the surveys conducted in other areas revealed similar disquieting truths. As field workers surveyed village after village, it became clear that understanding the socio-economic conditions of each household and village was key to answering pertinent questions to malnutrition. The Household Economy Survey sought to address this need with a three-part study.
जैसे मुखिया हो गया और पंचायत समिति हो गया तो प्रधान हो गया, उन लोग से जाकर के गांव के विषय में हम लोग क्या रहन सहन है, उनका क्या खान पान है, किस तरह का खेती करते हैं, वो हम लोग पहले सेकेंडरी डाटा में लिए थे। फिर दूसरा बार हम लोग वेल्थ रैंकिंग किए थे गांव के पूरा लोगों को जुटा करके एक वेल्थ रैंकिंग किए, जिसमें जो 1 नंबर के किसान हैं, 2 नंबर के किसान, हम लोग 3 तरह के वर्ग बांटे किसानों में। उसके बाद हम लोग रैंडम सर्वे किए, उसमें हम लोगों ने 20% लगभग लोगों से जानकारी लेने का प्रयास किया, उनका घर कैसा है, घर का साइज क्या है, फिर उनको गवर्नमेंट से क्या मिल पाता है।
In addition, certain auxiliary steps were also taken. A seasonal calendar was designed to track food, cash and expenditure activities of the households. Key markets for the surveyed were visited and trader interviews conducted. Once these comprehensive surveys were completed in all 3 states, the data was analyzed and the picture that emerged was truly shocking. The problem of unemployment looms large in rural India. The efficacy of well-meaning government programs like Manrega has left many struggling to eke out a bare existence. In Odisha, Manrega is almost non-functional, as more than 58% participants could not get work even for a day. Our findings further revealed that only a meager 0.4% was given a job for the recommended 100 days. There are many more like Kali Machi. Their stories point to the shortcomings of the Manrega scheme and the corruption that plagues this government initiative.
आदमी को पैसा नहीं देते, काफ़ी दिन के बाद पैसा देते हैं, जैसे कि 2 माह 3 माह, कभी काल साल भर भी हो जाते हैं.
Such unfair, corrupt and irregular practices are also prevalent in other government schemes like PDS. Although functioning relatively better, it does not allow sufficient food security for different demographics and inadequately addresses increasing consumption levels with growing children.
हमारा जो डाटा कहता है 44% ऐसी फैमिली भी हैं जो कि आज भी उनके पास राशन कार्ड नहीं है और उन तक सरकार की जो सर्विसेज हैं वो पहुंच नहीं पा रही हैं। हमारा जो पीडीएस सेंटर जो हमारा सामग्री देता है, जो वितरण पर यहाँ पे वितरण होती है, वो सिर्फ सीरियल बेस्ड है। उसमें हम लोग प्रोटीन, फैट्स एंड विटामिन मिनरल्स को कवर नहीं करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से अगर देखा जाए तो हमारा कुपोषण का एक मेजर प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे भी है।
I have seen these people growing something like more than 55 varieties of crops, and most of these varieties are millets, and all these crops are being grown without using chemical pesticides or fertilizers. These cereals and pulses have more nutrients than polished rice, which is being distributed in PDS.
Nestled in the womb of nature, Hikini, a tribal village in Bisam Katak, Odisha, is home to people who have always lived off the land. This simple and unassuming community has now attained an astounding 100% child malnutrition rate. Beset by problems like barren lands, erratic rainfall, and indifferent public policies, here, a basic meal of boiled millets is a luxury that has become harder to come by with each passing day.
बोले आमर डेलीवरी आमर 3टा डेलीवरी तिला बेलू आमर 3टा बड़ हो पारे ना से आमर पिला माने दुर्बल है स्वास्थ्य रहा ना आमर खाଇବା खाद्य अल्प हो गला अंगनवाड़ी खाद्य से बड़ दे पारे ना से इमती कारण पिला पिला जिला असुआटा दुर्बल है।
With a view to improve maternal and child nutritional outcomes, the Integrated Child Development Services Program is yet another government undertaking that is fraught with its share of problems and limitations.
चावल की वैरायटी भी सर जैसे उचित मूल्य दुकान से हमको दिया जाता है तो उसमें वैरायटी ठीक नहीं आती है, उसमें रेत कंकड़ पत्थर होते हैं और मोटा होता है चावल, तो उसको फिर लाके बीन के बनाती है खाना बनाने वाली बाई।
मंडला में हर गांव में ही आंगनवाड़ी केंद्र बने हुए हैं, लेकिन आंगनवाड़ी कार्यकर्ता जो है वो हर गांव में हर टोला में जाके बच्चों को ला नहीं पाती, क्योंकि वो अकेले कार्यकर्ता है। इसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि सब बच्चे आंगनवाड़ी में नहीं आ पाते।
हाँ, वहाँ लगा एक पर की साल भर्ती करा हुआ था, उसमें तो कुछ नहीं हुआ है और कमजोर और पड़ गया।
रायगड़ा की विश्वमट की गले आज्ञा आमर पिला को जो पिला को शुआ को देखिले मध्य आमर शुआ रीति था कि भल रीति रही था बोलिकी शुआ को आम देखिक आप आज्ञा बेष्टि कष्ट दुखमय सेमती हो चाहिए।
While these studies have helped us better understand malnutrition and its causes, the only way it can have any meaningful impact is by getting translated into new policies.
A drastic change in mindsets is required. The authorities need to look at the poor as citizens with rights. Fresher data is also required so that the true nature of the problem of poverty and hunger can be understood and dealt with. Then only can the lack of proper implementation, last mile monitoring and low program coverage, which are hampering progress, be effectively addressed.
Experts say that if the government aggressively invests in social programs to improve upon these recommendations, malnutrition could be eradicated in 20 years. On the other hand, if we wait passively for economic growth to trickle down to the grassroots, it would take a century or more.
In the years to come, these children will join our workforce as scientists, as farmers, as teachers, as service providers. The health of our economy and society lies in the health of this young generation. We cannot hope for a healthy future for our country with a large number of malnourished children.